Hi, in this video we are going to learn how to find the components of a quadratic function and how to use those components to sketch a parabola curve. So here it asks us to find the vertex orientation, x-intercepts, y-intercepts, domain, and range of the equation given to us. And when we look at the equation carefully, we can see that it is in fact in vertex form. So using the equation itself, we can drive our vertex, which is h and k. So from the equation, we can see our vertex is -3, -2. So our vertex is h and k, which is from the equation. So make sure that whatever sign you see for h, you flip that sign. So if you see positive, you change it to negative. If you see negative, you change it to positive, because in our equation, in our formula equation, our sign of h is minus, so we always have to flip the sign. So the vertex is -3, -2. And now the orientation. So for the orientation, we have to find the value of a, and if the value of a is greater than 0, then the orientation is facing upwards. Our parabola curve is facing upwards. And if it's less than 0, our parabola curve is facing downwards. So here our a is 2, which is greater than 0. So the orientation is upwards parabola. It's an upwards parabola. Now the x-intercept. How we can find our x-intercept? We set y to 0 in this equation. Let's do that. So set y to 0 is equal to 2x plus 3 squared minus 2. So add 2 on both sides. 2 is equal to 2x plus 3 squared. Divide 2 on both sides. So we're left with 1 is equal to x plus 3 whole squared. Now, to get rid of squared, we need to take the square root of the whole term. And if whatever we do to one side, we have to do it to the other side. So square root here, and square, cancel the square. Now the square root means it's plus or minus 1. It's equal to x plus 3. Now subtract 3 on both sides, and we will have two solutions, of course. So x is equal to 1 minus 3, which is -2. That's the first solution. The second solution is -1 minus 3. So x is equal to -4. That's the second solution. And we should have two x-intercept because it's a parabola and it'll be intersecting the x-axis twice. So that makes sense. Now for y-intercept, we'll set our x to 0 in this equation. So y is equal to 2 times 0 plus 3 squared minus 2. Solve for y. 2 times 9 minus 2 comes 18 minus 2. So y is equal to 16. So that's the y-intercept. Now, using these information, we can actually plot few points on the graph and then sketch a graph. So what's the vertex of our graph? So it's -3 and -2. So our x is -3, which is 1, 2, 3, minus 3, and our y is minus 2, which is 1, 2. So it's somewhere here. That's the minimum point of our graph. It's the vertex. Now orientation is upwards, so that's why the vertex is the minimum point. Now x-intercept is minus 2. X-intercept is a point where our y is 0, but our parabola is intersecting the x-axis, so minus 2. This is the first intercept. Minus 4 is the second intercept. And then 16 is our y-intercept, which is going to be somewhere over here. And now we're going to connect these lines and extend it even more. So that is our parabola. It's gonna look something like that. Now using the graph, we can figure out what's the domain. Domain is every possible value of x our graph can be. So our graph can be everything from negative infinity to positive infinity, because it's going on forever and there's no restriction. So we can say that our x can be negative infinity and positive infinity. Everything from negative value to positive value. And range is the limitation of our y values we can have. So as you can see, we have a minimum y value where our graph cannot go below that value, so it cannot go below minus 2. So minus 2 is going to be our minimum, the minimum value we can have for y, and then it can go forever on the top, so it's positive infinity. So that's the range, minus 2 to positive infinity. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching.